The downfall of Airbnb has began. Nobody's renting out those Airbnb units. I mean, there are some people, but not enough people. There are a lot of Airbnb vacancies, a lot of Airbnb businesses that went under. Those LLCs are no longer active. Family, you already know what to do, and if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well. Okay, let's get into the information.
So many vacancies and so many empty rentals all over the coast, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, that people are starting to freak out and they are all putting their homes and condo homes for sale. About 3 to 4 years ago, there were hardly any listings for sale under like 300,000 in Myrtle Beach, and now there's like 1,500 condos. I have a reason for this, and I'm gonna explain why.
Well, I can help you with that. One, you had all this free money get printed out by the Biden administration with the COVID-19 and the PPP loans and, of course, the stimulus checks, right? A lot of those people that got that money felt like they need to invest in real estate, but not knowing or being educated about how real estate really works, especially doing Airbnb, because they thought, well, people are not getting in the hotels, so they're going to use Airbnbs. Two, oversaturation in the market. I own many Airbnbs, and guess what? I sold every one of them in 2022, right before everything went crazy and went stupid. I saw the writing on the wall. All right?
Yeah, when you see all of the big time gurus promoting it, you see courses on it. Everybody has a course. People that got out of the space just to sell a course or their curriculum on it. That's when you know it's going bad, or it's about to. I'm like, oh, okay, people are exiting the business and then teaching the game on how to get into the business. And they'll tell you, yeah, I got rid of all my Airbnb units. I sold them. I'm teaching the game now. I'm teaching people how to get into it. Same thing with the event spaces. I watched a few people, right? Oh, I was making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 per month with my units. Now I'm just teaching it. You got to see the writing on the wall, man. But yes, Airbnb was nothing more than a wave as far as those that are getting into it to make a big profit, right? Or using that as their bread and butter. It was a wave. Very over competitive. Everybody tried it out. And not that many people succeeded in comparison to those that did not, except those that been on there for a while. The right areas, of course, the right pricing, all of that good stuff. But people aren't traveling much no more. Airbnb is struggling. The company themselves are struggling.
And I can say right now, we're in a part of a thing called deflation, okay? Meaning inflation has decreased. People are not spending money like that. People are getting laid off. You got to take account of everything that's going on economically in the United States of America.
Right.
So, yeah. And it's not just all the coasts. It's nationwide right now. So I just helped you a little bit. And if anybody need help with their finances, how to save money, how to invest money, hey, I'm not an expert, but I do what I do, baby. You feel me? But I can see you some people. And then also ask yourself, where are those Airbnb gurus? Guess what? A lot of them sold their properties.
That's crazy that he said it too. See, he peeping too because he was in this space. A lot of them sold all of their properties. Some of them went ghost. They might not be posting online no more, or they stepped into a different business now. They're selling something else now to their followers.
There it is. It's confirmed. That's how real estate's going to crash around the country. Here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad author says Airbnb's going to lead the way. That's right. All you people that got those Airbnb properties that are now sitting empty, what are you going to do? Not making any money. You're going to put them on the market? Tens of thousands of homes going on the market? That will add to inventory. And because there is desperation in selling those homes will be sold at a discount, causing other homes throughout the market to be discounted.
Yes, expect a decrease in pricing now in an area near you. A market correction is at hand, man. A market correction is here. The real estate market is about to correct. It was at the high for years. The pandemic is now over. The pandemic money has ran dry. Home prices have to fall now. Inventory is already increasing. In some states like Florida, there are millions of homes that are going unsold. More will be added to the list now. If you are looking to buy a house, wait for interest rates to come down and then get out there. Get in the market. You will have negotiating power. The ball is now in your court.
And there you go. That's how it happens. All you wanted to know how the next crash was going to happen? All you have to do is listen to Rich Dad, Poor Dad here. He had the answer. And it's Airbnb that's going to lead to disaster. Think about it. All those markets, all those major markets across the country with houses just sitting and sitting and sitting, and some markets just banning them all together. Say, Airbnb, you got to go.
Yes, I saw that. Some areas you can't even do Airbnb. There were some people that had units in the area And that caused them to go down too. This area no longer allows you to operate Airbnb.
So with all that being said, and tens of thousands of homes over the next 6 months going on the market, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Airbnb is going to lead this crash? Like and follow and let me know what you think. Is Airbnb going to lead to the biggest real estate crash in history?
Airbnb will be a part of it. It'll definitely be a part of it because it was such a big industry. And I'm seeing right here, New Orleans City Council scores major win in lawsuit with Airbnb. Airbnb is experiencing lawsuits now too.
Airbnb, Brian Chesky, you guys are hemorrhaging money, aren't you? You guys are hemorrhaging money, aren't you? Go look at that. I don't even know where the article's at anymore, but go look up the Brian Chesky trying to turn Airbnb into an everything app. And it's almost like when a dude who was in a healthy relationship or like a healthy marriage for 20 years gets divorced and then absolutely tries, no, not even that. It's like Austin McBroom attempting to pull that stupid ass like lifestyle transformation back into like 17 again after losing their relationship with Catherine. It's just like that divorced dad energy trying to like not just muster up energy, but trying to go back to a time in your life where you peaked and you thought you were cool because the world was telling you were cool because you didn't know that you were just trendy. Now, I've been saying this for the past, 6 months, but all of these tech platforms that solidified themselves as like essential businesses basically during COVID, or maybe not Airbnb specifically, but all of the ones who really rose in from 2012 to 2016, peaked in 2016, 18, and then COVID happened. Yeah, they're all just enjoying the benefits of people being forced to stay inside or like non-traditional lifestyle from COVID. And they exploited the fuck out of that, bro, as an opportunity to get rich and to hold all the billion-dollar unicorns rather than actually make applicable applications that people could use and not just systems they could get rich off of.
I will say this. They had their time. Airbnb definitely had their time. They ran up a lot of money. The name of the game is knowing when to exit. Y'all know that. Airbnb, y'all might have to exit. That's what it seems like the Brian dude, the owner, is trying to do. He's trying to dive into a different field with himself, right? He like Airbnb ain't it no more. I got to make an everything app. Be in competition with X. Elon. Same thing he's trying to do. The thing about Airbnb, y'all still won no matter what, even if this is it. Because the story about the Airbnb platform and how it emerged, the owners were struggling to pay their own rent. So they started to rent their rooms out. Then they made a platform where people could do the same thing that they were doing. Right? And that turned into an ultra successful company. Either way, they won, as long as they don't go bankrupt before it's all said and done.
Because how the fuck are you going to transform Airbnb into an everything app? Everything what? And you can tell it's a crash out, and I don't want to accuse this dude of taking any illicit substances, but you go from a hotel service app to an everything app. This sounds very similar to what Elon Musk is doing, and we all know Elon Musk's issue with that substance that starts with a K. So again, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I want you guys to really start to see all these tech platforms that exploited engineers, exploited their creators that were on the platform, that abused the users from the platform, that didn't listen to the users who were begging for change, begging for transformation, begging for nuance. They're all going to have to take the millions of dollars, if not billions, that they've been selling off in stock options and try to reinvest in the projects that they were just fortunately able to hyperscale for the time in society that they were rising up. As a recreational drug enthusiast myself, I'm here to tell you, it's like, I haven't taken this one specifically, but this is a circumstance that I'm very familiar with in observing other people. You ever happen to be at a party and see people speaking at light speed, English, mind you, speaking in light speed? They're probably discussing a business plan. The thing that Brian Chesky, Airbnb, Twitter, Meta, Facebook, the thing that they're all doing, these are all like coke dreams that you wake up in the morning with the contacts that you got from this conversation, knowing that you're never going to speak to them again, knowing the conversation was something that probably should have never been said, and knowing that it's never going to be fulfilled anyway. But This is how you can tell. It's a war cry from a rich kid. It's like that girl who's basically, I don't know if she's a millionaire or something, but she seems to be pretty well off. I mean, spending tens of thousands of dollars to go places. It's like the girl who's asking for like 20 racks for her dog surgery. Like we're all sitting here thinking, weren't you just going to South by Southwest and Forbes this and World Economic Forum talking about we're a unicorn company, $1 billion out of Silicon Valley, Y Combinator this, Y Combinator, we hate black people. I mean, okay, maybe not the last part. But this is when we get to see all those companies that became either billion-dollar companies or just started stealing money from society. We're going to see whether those were just funnels to make investors wealthy, or there was actually any kind of intention of reinvesting in the companies to be legacy brands. And we can see that there was no intention of the latter, because think about how, for a simple case study, Meta and TikTok now treat their creators. These companies make billions, tens of, if not hundreds of billions of dollars in exchange through free content that gets uploaded every single day onto their platforms. And even the people that do make them lots of money are only getting paid fractions of what we create organically for them.
True enough. TikTok really don't pay that much. You have to get like 13 million plays to get $3,000, I think it is. Who can do that consistently unless you have a massive following? Mostly every single platform other than YouTube does not pay that well, right? So they allow people to post free content and blow up their platforms, but they don't want to break them off on the back end. Make it fair to where people will continue to want to be on the platforms. You know, YouTube has been around, it's going to stay around. The pay is decent. It's fair. TikTok, not so much. And I'm not talking about like Twitch and stuff like that. Twitch pay good, I hear, but it's still hard to get a following on there. I'm saying all of that to say, yeah, man, these companies are not focused on becoming legacy brands, I don't feel like.
There was never any intention. Instagram has never had an intention of creating a creator fund. I'm pretty sure they might have it now. I don't know if they do, but this is the time where you get to see how much of these startup cults actually had good ideas, or they're just trying to monopolize an industry, destroy all the competition so they don't have to compete and actually be better, and then end up throwing away the entire industry. I lost so much respect for all these. I mean, I never really had it, to be honest, but I lost so much respect for these like tech CEOs, especially when I listened to them at South by Southwest. And I'm not gonna lie, my disappointment in these people has been one of the most motivating factors in getting me to build my own platforms and to really be a part of this entrepreneurial space, if you even want to call it that. Because, and I hate to even describe it this way, but it's the only way that makes sense in my brain. It's like the guys, and this sounds horrible too, so I apologize for this. The guys who don't actively get their knob slobbed on, they have to find these very like intricate ways to get their knob slobbed on. And for many of these guys, the only way they can do it is by being the multi-million-dollar CEO of a billion-dollar company, and everybody has to respect you because you are on the other side of giving them credibility, validation, opportunity, whatnot, things that like you never had access to before you being successful. So think about how easy it is for these guys to get lost in the sauce, thinking that they are literal like architects of the universe. Like, no, you're just an engineer. You're just a developer who ended up working for a successful project. You aren't God. You aren't Moses. You aren't fucking any of these guys. You are racist. You are an incel. And if you're not an incel, you're paying for it. And you have absolutely no social skills other than the people who look and behave or live exactly like you. Because when you're forced to speak on the rest of the world or to the rest of the world, you know, the people that use your platforms, it's like you don't know how to speak English anymore.
That's true. A lot of them are weirdos. They speak in circles. A lot of times it's either they think they're more intelligent than they really are, or they just speak in riddles. Like, you can see through them. You can see like, man, you need to go outside more, man, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm so ready for these guys to like finally, for at least the world to finally see like, oh yeah, these, just because the internet allows companies to scale into millions and billions so quickly, so efficiently, it doesn't mean that the company's gonna last, bro.
True.
This is an analogy I like to use, or at least a visual I like to use. So, it's hilarious, I got Forbes right there. I got a video talking shit on all them. So basically, we live in a world where it's like a bunch of pages of a book, and the internet was just able to like fold over 100 pages into 10.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence is about to fold those 100 pages that turned into 10 into a paragraph.
Right.
Like, not just fold the pages, but fold the pages and condense the content. So, yes, you may see 20-year-olds with billion-dollar companies in this next era of like industry that we're walking into, but you also have to remember, just as quickly as you can make it and you can bootstrap it and scale it up, is just as quickly as it can come all crashing down.
Yep.
And you have to deal with the reconfiguration of people losing jobs, people losing healthcare, people not being able to work, trying to integrate AI, trying to pivot giant companies into a high-pace era. We're going to see who's a fucking boss now, bro. I tell you right now, we're going to see who's a fucking boss. And a lot of these guys are not bosses. They just got lucky. They're just freaking sales reps, bro, and sales leaders. And if a lot of them weren't working for Meta or working for Airbnb or whatnot, they'd be at fucking, what's that shit that Patrick Bet David does? Like Prime America or Amway or one of those MLM schemes. Just selling dreams. If they're not doing that, they'd be selling religion for one of these.
Hey, facts though. Especially the MLMs. A lot of times these guys, I'm worth 20, 30, 40, 50 million. Yeah, off of a pyramid scheme. I agree. A lot of these platforms did come out at the right time and they caught a wave. Now, with AI and innovation, we will see who sticks around. There are a lot of companies that are going out of business that won't be around in this next Web3 economy. Web3 is about to make it to where me and you can become the next Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. You know what I mean? We're about to be able to be that. Especially with AI. You could build a whole website or a funnel in like 2 minutes just by typing, no code. Now it comes to who has the most creative mind and who can do the best marketing. I feel like those that have been in e-commerce and drop shipping will have an edge over everybody else because they know how to market to the masses already. They already have a strong email list, probably. A lot of customers that they could sell to. But yeah, family, drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Airbnb might not be in the next couple of years. I appreciate you for watching. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.